Hello, everyone. This is a vulnerability assessment of Kiara Bell's systems presentation. It is conducted by me, Jared Simmons, for Information Security and Assurance, System Security 2, 4220 at Kennesaw State University. As an introduction, I just want everyone to know that I used the Greenbone and ZenMap security scanning tools to scan Kiara's hosts for security vulnerabilities. And both of these scans were conducted in the virtual Kali machine. The two hosts that I scanned was first the Linux server. It's running Ubuntu 18.04 server operating system. It answers to the Internet Protocol address 192.168.2.35. The second host scanned is the Windows server. It's running Windows 10 operating system, and it answers to the Internet Protocol address 192.168.2.36. And here are the scan results. So the Greenbone scan results yielded one low-rated threat level vulnerability, and this was on the Linux Ubuntu 18.04 operating system. Secondly, it found 7 medium-rated threat level vulnerabilities across 4 ports/services, and the ports that it found these medium-rated threat level vulnerabilities on was port 465, which answers to, or rather, the service that answers on this port is Simple Mail Transfer Protocol Secure. Port 993, which is Internet Message Access Protocol Secure, or IMAPS. Port 995, which is Post Office Protocol version 3 Secure, or POP3S. And lastly, port 5432, which the PostgreSQL database is answering on. And these were all of these medium-rated threat level vulnerabilities were found on the Linux server. No vulnerabilities were found on the Windows server using the Greenbone scan at this time. So the ZenMap scan results yielded something different rather. There were no vulnerabilities found for the Linux or Windows server at this time according to our required services and applications checklist. So the vulnerabilities found, and mind you, they are all from the Greenbone scan result. As I told you in the last slide, none were found from the ZenMap scans. So the vulnerabilities that were found, the one low-rated threat level vulnerability that I mentioned before, it is a General/Transmission Control Protocol, TCP. It stated that the host is implementing TCP timestamps. Secondly, the medium-rated threat level vulnerabilities. The first one, it stated that the port 465 is answering to verify and or expand requests. Secondly, these services are accepting weak cipher suites. These services include port 465, which is the SMTPS service, port 993, which is the IMAP service, port 995, which is the POP3S service, and port 5432, which is the PostgreSQL database. The last medium-rated level vulnerability found was that the Diffie-Hellman group strength is insufficient, and this was found across these two services, IMAPS and POP3S. In conclusion, the report finds that the host 192.168.2.35, or the Linux Ubuntu 18.04 server operating system, is not currently vulnerable, or critically vulnerable rather. It is currently vulnerable, but it's not critically vulnerable. But the host can be hardened. And these recommendations are how to harden it. So the first recommendation is to update the transport layer security versions in the services application configuration file. And what I mean by this is that, for instance, IMAPS and POP3S are both on the same exact, running on the same exact application being Dovecot. So if you navigate to the Dovecot configuration file, you can update the transport layer security versions. And to dive deeper into this, you can refer to my written report under the recommendations and fixes under IMAPS and POP3S to do this. Secondly, extend the Diffie-Hellman key exchange bit length. You can also find this in the recommendations and fixes sections for the services that have this exact vulnerability. Third, disable the verify and or expand feature. And lastly, disable the transport control protocol or TCP timestamp feature in the Ubuntu 18.04 operating system. And just to be clear, we are going to just go ahead and signify that the Windows server is not vulnerable because it is not listed in this conclusion slide, because there were no vulnerabilities found on the Greenbone or Nmap scans of this server. With that being said, that concludes my presentation. I hope everyone enjoyed and has a nice day. Thank you.